Hey guys, thanks for checking out my channel. Today I just wanted to cover a couple of tips and tricks for LipSense if you're having any issues with your LipSense wear. So LipSense is promised to last between 4 and 18 hours. That's a big window, right? 4 to 18 hours. Now I get like 18 hours out of it, but there are some factors that go into your wear, which is why there is such a big window. All right. So, tips and tricks. If you are having problems with your LipSense lasting, there are a couple key things to remember. One, shake your tube. You hear that little bead? Right? Shake that tube. That is mixing all of the ingredients. So the pigments are natural. This little ball in here is what is actually doing all of your mixing for you. So you want to mix, 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 especially if it's a tube you haven't worn in a while and it's just been hanging out, right? So if it's been hanging out a long time, mix it longer, but mix that tube by shaking it like this, preferably not like this, because this you might actually, these are different pieces here, you could break it. So mixing it like this is the way to go. All right, so mix, 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 you hear that bead. Second, you need to have clean, dry lips before you start. So I do my makeup and then I come back over with a makeup wipe and wipe my lips off. And people think I'm nuts, but it is outstanding how much either just moisturizer or even makeup that you can get on your lips without trying. So make sure you clean your lips back off after you've put on your lips or your makeup, before you put on your LipSense. So another thing that you can do, another really great option, is to use Oops. To put Oops on your lips after you've applied your makeup and everything else. Let it sit for just a few seconds and then wipe it off really well. Key there, wipe it off really well. If you don't, it will break down your LipSense. So using Oops as a primer, it has a lot of vitamins and is really, really moisturizing and great for your lips. Just make sure you wipe it off fully before you apply your LipSense. Then when you are applying your LipSense, you want to make sure you do thin coats, especially if you have a matte color. Some of the matte colors are particularly more tricky with this, or trickier, whatever, because they are thicker, right? Because again, natural pigmentation, every single one is different pigments, different consistency. So some of those matte consistencies are a little bit thicker than others. So really, really concentrate on getting thin coats. So these wands have been sitting in here and are really, really saturated for a long time, right? However long you've had it. So you want to make sure you're wiping off all of that excess on your container. Amazing thing about that, your LipSense is going to last that much longer. You don't need a lot, right? Because your wand will be saturated. So then you're going to do your application. Voila, I'm done today. 3 thin coats, drying in between. Now, when you apply it, especially again, those thicker colors, if you touch it and it's tacky feeling, it's not fully dry. So you can tell if you touch it a little bit and it feels tacky, that means it's not fully dry yet. So, do the good old fashioned like hand wave, or, get a notepad, or some people even use a hairdryer on cool and kind of just blow dry their lips, especially again, the thicker colors. So thin coats is the key there. Clean, dry lips, shake it well, thin coats. So we're on our way to great long-lasting LipSense. Yay! Are you a big chapstick user? Were you addicted to chapstick? I was. I could not leave the house without it. It is in every coat, every pocket, every purse, every crevice of my house. I was literally every hour applying chapstick. And I would still wake up in the winter and like yawn and my lips would crack. Yeah, super dry lips over here. But it's because of that I had a lot of wax buildup on my lips when I first started with Synogen. Sorry about that. I had a call come in. So, talking about wax buildup, talking about being addicted to chapstick, if you are an avid chapstick user, like myself, or at least I was, then you may well need to exfoliate that wax buildup. So wax is used to keep moisture out of things, right? So you put it on your car, you put it on your surfboard, your skis, whatever, to keep moisture out. So when you have a buildup of wax on your lips, you're actually not allowing moisture to penetrate into your skin. It actually makes your body want more of it. It's like drinking soda, and it makes you want to drink more. Makes you actually more thirsty. Your lips are experiencing the exact same thing with chapstick. You actually need it more often the more that you use it. LipSense doesn't have any wax in it. So you may have to exfoliate your lips a little bit more before you experience the best wear that you're gonna get with LipSense. So again, there's that range, 4 to 18 hours. In the beginning, when you're getting rid of all of that, you're gonna be on the lower end. You have to get rid of that buildup to experience the amazingness of LipSense. You're always gonna experience the non-transfer, smudge-free awesomeness that is LipSense, all right? But for your longest wear, you're gonna have to get through the hurdle of getting rid of all of that wax buildup. Now, which brings about an amazing point. Are you an occasional LipSense wearer? Do you like to wear it for when you're going out because you wanna have more like bold lip and you don't wanna have lipstick rings everywhere? Or you're going on a date and you don't wanna leave it on your date? If you're not an avid lipstick user, like I am now, if you don't like to wear LipSense every single day, if you go back to chapstick in between, you're going to start all over again with that exfoliation process. So if you're not into wearing the LipSense every day, just wear the gloss. There's nothing wrong with that. Wear the gloss or the lip balm. We have a moisturizing, hydrating, amazing lip balm that you can wear. It's just like chapstick. So stay away from the actual chapsticks or stay away from products that have wax in them. And just use your gloss or your lip balm when you're not wearing your LipSense, all right? Another thing, are you a big lip licker? Like, so you know those people, you know who they are. You know if you're one of them. You see them all the time. And they do these like, they might lick their lips after they talk or whatever. I'm not one of them, so it's super awkward when I'm doing it. But you know who they are. You know if you're one of them. If you're a lip licker, you're going to be wearing down your LipSense faster than you otherwise would because you're putting the saliva and the acid of your mouth and your body onto your LipSense. So it's going to break it down faster naturally. So to protect your lips longer, your LipSense longer, try not to lick your lips so much. I was a big lip rubber. That was me. I did that all the time. That can also break down your LipSense. So just trust me and trust your LipSense. It is still there. You don't need to lick it to test it. You don't need to like rub your lips together to try and smudge it or see if it's still there. It is. Just trust that it's there or look in a mirror. But try not to lick and try not to like rub them constantly. So hydration wise, are you hydrated? Are you drinking enough water? LipSense interacts with your body and your pH. So if you are dehydrated, it affects your wear time. Also, the LipSense gloss, the hydration, the big hydration part of LipSense, that is the hydrating factor for your lips. All right, apparently I'm super popular today and I keep getting phone calls. But gloss, must apply your gloss throughout the day. When I first started with LipSense, I needed it like every couple of hours. So chapstick, I said every hour. When I first started with the LipSense, it was like every 2 hours I needed gloss, or I felt like I needed the gloss. Now I'm like every 4 to 5 hours I apply. If I forget it at home, it's okay. I'm not gonna die. My lips will be fine. You will get to a point where you don't necessarily feel like you need the gloss, but the gloss is going to protect your lips. So on average, try to apply it every about 4 hours. So before you eat is a great time to apply it because, again, the gloss is protecting your LipSense. So you want to seal it and protect it before you eat because oily foods will break down your LipSense. So if you go and have a salad and you have the oil and vinegar dressing or a vinaigrette dressing or an oily based dressing, you are actually potentially going to break down your LipSense faster. You know, the oils break down the LipSense. So you want to gloss before you eat to make sure you're protecting it. It is natural for your waterline to wear faster. And I've been wearing my LipSense for like 6 hours at this point. So I'm showing you the edges, the corners of my lips aren't covered anymore. My waterline's okay, but the corners of my lips are definitely gone. Really, I don't care very much personally, but if I was gonna go out and do something and I wanted to touch it up, I could. All you have to do, if you do have your lip line that wears, the corners that wear, and some colors wear on me faster than others, if that happens to you, simply dry the area, rub it dry with like a napkin or something, make sure you don't have any flakes, you don't have anything on your lips, make sure it's clean, and then just do 2 applications of where you've lost the color, and then do 1 all over just to blend. Drying, of course, as natural in between, and then gloss and go, and you're fine. So that does happen. Don't think that just because it's wearing on the edges here that that's a problem. It's if I'm looking like I only have lip liner that we're really gonna be concerned, right? If I only have lip liner on after all of this, that's when I would start to think something is happening, that I'm breaking it down faster than I should be. All right, so the last thing that I wanted to kind of review with you guys is your pH. So this is interacting with your body. It changes, it looks a little different on everyone. That's part of the magic and the beauty of LipSense, right? It's a little different on everybody. The color looks different on you than it does on me because our pH is different, our skin tones are different. It's amazing. There's something for everyone. But if you are on your period, if you get pregnant, if you're nursing, if you start taking a new medication, any of those things that can affect your pH, again, if you're dehydrated, that all affects your wear time. So just something to keep in mind if you suddenly start having issues with your LipSense that you didn't have before, it could be because something is changing in your life. Maybe you're on an allergy medication. Allergy medications are extremely drying. They will dry you out and dehydrate you. That can affect your wear time. All of those are things that you can keep in mind and consider if you are experiencing issues. The biggest thing for application-wise to make sure you're getting the best is to know what kind of formula you're looking at. It's pretty easy when you look at a tube to know if it's shimmery or if it's going to be a matte color. The matte colors are a little bit more difficult. You need to make sure you keep your lips tight, not only just when you're putting it on, but when it's drying. Because if you let it kind of relax and you get those creases when it dries, if you spread your lips a little bit when you smile and they're tight, then you're going to see those lines with the matte colors far more than anything else. So tips and tricks. I hope you guys are loving your LipSense as much as I do. If you have any questions at all, drop me a comment, and then you can find me on Facebook and on Instagram. I am Beauty by Birdie, and I hope to see you guys soon.